Hi, welcome back to the channel. This is the story of, this is going to be about, some new friends that we made, in the, early 70s. And, so, excuse me. Wasted precious time. I expectorated, a bunch of junk. I don't know. You need some of that for lubrication, but um, if you're a smoker, a tobacco smoker, you might notice that um, I got to spit some more out. Do that in the dentist chair when they tell you to spit. Um, it's very important because that stuff's salty, and then my doctor tells me, "Woo, you're high blood pressure. Don't eat bread even." He's an extremist. He's just saying, he's talking about bread has salt. It's true, but the bread has very little salt. Most of the bread, anyway. Um, so anyway, yeah, the important thing about the video is, if you can call it that, because it's just, and this is helping me notice I need to go with the Q-tips, cotton swabs around the edge of another area. But I do have it cleaner as it in the third video back. Now, now, okay, so we went to this weird country place, and uh, okay, so I covered the first time we went there. That now the second, when we went back again, or maybe it could have taken 2 or 3 trips. And I was always questioning, Pop, like, how can you afford to spend all this money burning all this gasoline to get to this place? And anyway, so we met up. He introduced us to this family of people, and the patriarch of the family was 27-year, I think, so really long time. In the Vietnam War, that guy could have even been involved in the Indochina. What the one that preceded Vietnam? Uh, he could have even been involved in that. He is just involved, and made a lot of modest amount of money, and he married some girl. I'm not sure. Let's see, where was this patriarch from? I'm not sure. Pennsylvania, perhaps. And I think his wife was from Wisconsin, and so they had 5 children. Firstborn girl, and secondborn girl, and then succeeded by 3 boys. So there were 5 siblings, and we became fast friends because we were all into what was later, and then we befriended another person that kept labeling us nature boys. And so then let's see what happened. Okay, so they had some kind of rigged basketball thing set up, and we were playing together, and we seemed to have a nice time. I think it was just me and my little brother, and we met the four children, the five children. Well, I say four because one of the girls had become old enough. She got married and wasn't on the scene, and then we had all these Vietnam War veterans courting. Well, I don't want to say they were actually courting, but they were hanging out. They were there on the scene, and they was smoking their pot and drinking their booze, and there was a girl, and then we became fast friends. Me and my little brother and the three boys, but they were illiterate. The three boys, they were all illiterate. I think one was 17, one was 15, and one was 13. And I would have been 13. I would have been 14. My little brother would have been 13. So, we were kind of smart compared to them. Oh, geez, Louise. Is it really all that important that you are literate? Well, maybe not, because they had some great ideas, and we would go hunting and fishing together. And it was somewhat of a wonderland. Well, there's pros and cons. Myself, I disagree with damming up rivers. But that's what happened. That was done. There you go. If you can make another category, it'd be back in the 50s, and they dammed up a river. And in my case, speaking strictly for me, I discovered that. I discovered a place where they had dammed up rivers, and you do that, you're going to dam up creeks. See, so what you can do is you can get on a boat, and you can float around and go up creeks, and you don't even know where the hell you are, and if you learn from these people. They preceded us. They had spoken of catching these what do you call them, largemouth bass, and that's good protein. We were hanging out with them and really making a killing catching those fish, and we became fast friends. And yes, the language, well, you call it a language barrier. I say, back in those days, a long time ago in the 1970s, whatever you got to do to make ends meet. If these people, these new friends that we made, were teaching us, and we were teaching them, and it was an education. It was we were very successful at catching these largemouth bass. Now, let me tell you, in the situation I'm in, I have to cut the video short, and that's because I have no constant electrical power, and I have no this and that. But the end of the story, I'm sorry, I have to cut it short. Bye.